back to my video. So today's video, as you can tell, we have an amazing guest. Her name's Tanya. Hello Tanya, thank you for coming. It's good to have you here. So today I wanted to do like a podcast style vlog, not a vlog, but just a video to see how it goes. Just a little trial. And I feel like every person has a story, something you can learn something new from everyone, or just advice. So I thought, she has like so much experience from life, and I thought I would, do a little interview with her. So let's just get right into it. So I wrote down some questions for her, and she's just gonna answer them. And I'm so excited because these are some juicy questions, guys. So let's start with the first question, which is my favorite question, which is the best advice you've ever gotten. Which is the best advice you've ever gotten?
The best advice that I've ever gotten would have to be make the Word of God yours, like a part of you, where like you don't have to go to the Bible for advice, where it just something pops up in life and boom, you already have something in your comes up in your memory to deal with that situation, because only God can help us through things in life. So like if I'm in a situation and I don't know what to do, because the Word of God is a part of me, then it just automatically comes to my mind, it automatically comes out of me, where it's like completely beats anything, any circumstance that I'm facing. So I've had really good advices throughout the years, very good advices, but I would say that one probably the best because it'll fit every
circumstance.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's awesome. I love that. Honestly, yes, the Bible, nothing beats that. It's just the Word of God. Come on, somebody. I love that. And the second is, what has been your favorite job before? Let's go. I want to hear it.
Well, I've worked a few jobs. I never really stayed at a job for a long time, but I would probably say out of all the jobs I've worked, the best and the most rewarding in the future would be to be a mother.
Come on, we love
all you
that.
get is complaints.
Oh my gosh, I love
no payment, no vacations, or off time. But looking at those kids brings me so much joy.
Yes, it's all worth it at the end, isn't it?
It is. Especially when you wake up at night.
Oh man, I really love this. You probably already love her, man. I love this. All right, let's start one, which is, what's the best compliment you've ever gotten?
Compliment. I would say that for me, a compliment is like the best compliments that I get is the ones whatever I'm struggling with sometimes, and some random person will come up and will say something that I know I'm struggling with, and it just feels like not just a compliment, like an empty compliment, but it feels like God Himself is complimenting you because only God knows what you're going through. And so like there's been times when I would feel like such a terrible mom. Like I would yell at my kids and I would just feel so frustrated and like a terrible human being. And I one time I was walking at a store and this random person just came up and said that how great of a mother I am and that I have the best children that they have ever seen. And that just gave me like such, I went in the car and I was just bawling because it just felt so good. Well, it felt like a compliment from God Himself because He knew that for me, my kids is my everything, but because I was losing it here and there, I just felt so guilty and so terrible. I just felt such a terrible mom. I just felt like I'm, ruining my kids. And then they hearing that just from the random person, it beat any compliment I've ever gotten.
Come on, that's amazing. Wow. Alrighty. The next one is, how did you meet your spouse? We all want to hear it. A lot of people requested this video and they were like, I want to know how they met their husbands or wives.
Well, I met my amazing husband at a church bonfire. It was interesting. We both lived in Oregon, but we never knew each other in Oregon. We didn't even live that far apart. But I guess his surroundings were not my surroundings. And when we came here to South Carolina, also moved here at the same time, which was really interesting. And then we met about a week later. It was a youth bonfire at a different church, and we didn't really know anybody. And so one of the youth people at the church that we went to, like, oh, let's go to a bonfire. You know, this is a bonfire. Like, okay, fine. And yeah, that's where I met my spouse. We were friends for about a year and a half before we even started dating. So, but that's how we met, and I'm just happy I can tell it to my kids that it's not like Facebook or something.
Yeah, or like, what is it, Tinder, guys? Or you have, I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, it's something different. Took a little tea break, so as we continue, you were telling me about your spouse, how you met him at the bonfire, right?
Yeah. So him and this guy that took us there were became best friends, and that guy was my sister's boyfriend. So we ended up hanging out like almost every day, and yeah, like I said, we were really good friends. We were really good friends for about a year and a half. Like we hung out almost every single day, just like our little group, and then somehow we just started dating.
Yes, it's that same. I'm like, somehow we started dating afterwards.
Yeah, just, you know.
Just happens. And now she has 5 kids, 6 one on the way. You guys, she's a super mama. Like, come on,
baby girl.
I will link her Instagram bio. Oh, you guys have to see her family. The cutest thing ever. Her kids, goals. Anyway, okay, like, tell me about the 3 most influential people in your life and how they impacted you.
Well, the 3 people that helped me the most, and it's literally 2 people.
We love that.
Is so this one woman, Yelena. It was God sent. I was lost and I was crying out to God. I was like, God, send me someone that can explain me the script, the Bible, because I know what it is, I know what it says, but how do I in the world do I make it happen in my life? Yeah, so it was a little harder than reading it. and then this lady, she moved from, I think, Washington, and it was like a divine appointment. We just met, and she was the one that gave me great advices. And then my sister-in-law, Anna, and this other lady, Alicia. These 3 women have really helped me come out of my rock bottom. The place, where it was just where you felt like mountains and mountains were on top of you and you had nowhere to go, and they helped me come out of that. They helped me understand that I am someone, that I am important, that God created me for a reason, that if somebody calls me something or treats me somehow, it doesn't define me. My actions don't define me. My past doesn't define me. My mistakes don't define me. And they really helped me grow spiritually. I was really in the bad place with God, where I didn't even believe He existed, because He pissed me off so much, I guess you could say. Well, God knows how I felt. So they really helped me get to know, want to know the real God, the God that doesn't piss you off, that doesn't want you to suffer, and that doesn't give you sufferings.
Yeah.
So they really, I would not be who I am today as a mother, as a wife, as a person, or I don't even think I would be here if God didn't send them my way. And to help me understand that God doesn't make mistakes, and yeah, we make mistakes, but God doesn't, so we're perfect. In the Bible it says that we are God's perfect gift to His Son, and if I would never give my kids something that is really crappy, And if God has gifted us to His Son, then we have to be, a lot more than perfect. And that really helped me understand, not in a prideful way, but in a way like God created me, God is my Father, and you know what, like nobody can tell me who I am, and nobody, like only the Word of God can tell me who I am, and the Word of God tells me that I'm perfect and I'm created in God's image. And so that they really, really helped me come out of this really dark place and step into the light and get to know the real God that's amazing, that doesn't hurt you, that doesn't, make you go through things, that it's just this amazing God, that just this Father, this I would even say not even God, like the Father God, the God who, yeah, He's almighty, yeah, He's also my Father. So when I come to Him, I don't come to Him with this, God that's gonna smite me for saying something wrong. No, He knows what I'm thinking, so I can say it out loud. So God, God is my Father that loves me. He said in the Bible that even us being evil, if we're not gonna do something terrible to our kids or give our kids a snake instead of bread, or then the Father in heaven is so much better than that. So I know that I can come to Him just as I am, and I know He's not gonna judge me. I know He's not gonna judge me because I've done it thousands of times. If I feel angry, I come to Him angry, and He takes that anger away. If I feel sad, and I come to Him sad and crying and complaining, He takes that pain away, and He fills it with joy and love. And yeah, so those three people, and I love that I still have them in my life. Even if I'm struggling now, I can always call them. They'll always love to help me with prayer, with advice, and I love that their advices are from the Word of God, not their own experience. And they really, really, really help me. Really help me.
I love your story. I love how you use the Bible, the truth. That's really beautiful. I could talk hours and hours with you about that. I love that. Let's go to the next question, which is, if you could have a billboard with anything on it, what would it be and why?
Well, if you
have it right there. You want to? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, if you ask me now, I'll probably put that everywhere. Would be one verse: I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Only because 99% of the time I feel like I can't do anything.
You're like pregnant all the time, so I get it.
Yeah, I'm like, God, I'm done. I can't do this. Like that's me 99% of the time. So when I have a thought like I can't do this, I really can't. And I just remind myself, no, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that would be as of now, that probably would be the billboard that I would probably put everywhere to remind myself that yes, I can do this.
That's beautiful. I love that. Alright, it says, if you could turn back the time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell them? Come on.
A lot of things.
Alright.
Well, I'll probably tell my 18-year-old self. Don't have kids in here. Get a little break.
Good to know.
Get a little break. But no, if in seriousness, I would tell myself that, like my parents always told me, pray, read the Bible, support to go to church, and I don't know, I always thought it was kind of boring, and I didn't have any interest in it. And so I would tell my 18-year-old self that, to not read the Bible because I want to, because I have to, or go to church because I have to. But I would tell myself to not even consider getting married without getting to know God and dealing with my luggage.
Same.
Yes.
I told that to myself too.
Because I never even knew I had luggage. And I had a truckload and find someone. And I was kind of, I guess, expecting my husband to just cover out with love, you know, because everything is rainbows and unicorns and, you know, breakfast in bed and all. Yeah, no.
Maybe Valentine's Day.
Maybe.
He hears this and actually does it. I love that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, like I would tell myself, like, you know, heal, you know, grow, like, be sure who you are before you can, because marriage is a very, nobody says it, but it's a very, very hard ministry. It's more of a ministry than rainbow unicorns. So I would tell myself, like, not to, the marriage is not gonna fix my problems. I always thought, like, you know, like, this and that, like, I knew I had this and I knew I had that, but I don't think my marriage is gonna fix everything. You know, I'm gonna have this man that I'm gonna share everything with, and he's gonna be so understanding and loving. But then little did I know that my husband also came into a marriage with a lot of baggage, and neither of us were willing to help each other work on theirs or deal with theirs. But you know, I was expecting him to just suck it up and deal with mine, and without showing his luggage, and him was the opposite. So, so as a helper, you know, like in the Bible, as a wife, you're the helper. Before you can help anyone, you need to help yourself first. So, yeah, that's what I would tell myself if I was when I was 18. Okay, don't do something until you fix this.
I agree. Alrighty, so the next question is, what is the most important thing you've learned in your life?
The most important thing I've learned in my life would be to trust God in everything. You know, because it says, you know, seek first the kingdom of God and everything else will be given to you. And there's things like what stress me out so bad. And I'm not like, that's the one thing that once I learned it, you know, it just everything just falls into place, and you know, you don't lose your joy. Like doesn't matter what the struggles come into your life, you don't lose your joy. You're always happy. Yeah. So everybody else around you are happy because you know you're with your mood. And yeah, and just the fact that you know God got this. Like if I can't do this. So, like for me, I used to say, you know, I don't stress or I don't worry because if I can do it, then God is going to give me the wisdom to do it, so I worry about it. And if I can't do it, then why worry about it, because I'm going to change the outcome, but I can't fix it. So then I just know God can do it. And it's just, you know, I mean, I'm still in some areas, I'm still struggling to completely trusting God and not putting my 50 cents here and there. But that's the one thing that I learned. When you trust God, just things kind of come, like, just kind of fall into place, and then you just surprised how it even happened. But you're, like in life, like, just anything, you know, whether good or bad, it's just, you know, like I thought I'll lose my mind finding out I was pregnant with the 6th girl in a row. But, you know, like after a few days of losing my mind, I don't know, I'm just like, well, every child is a gift. And so if God is gifting it to me, then that's, because like I thought the same thing about my last kid, and now I can't imagine my life without her. She's such cute, such a blessing. Like I don't know, like she just brings special. Yeah, she just brings so much joy. So you know, it's like I said, like anything, like just trusting in God, and we'll go for anything, good, bad situation, problem, or a joyful moment in life. You're just crying and crying, and you're just always happy. So that's why I love God, because you're just always happy. peace, love, and joy. The what are the three things that follow anybody who loves Jesus. So
Yeah.
you know, sometimes like I had a few people that would tell me, "You're faking it. You can't possibly be happy." You know, because of some situations that were happening. I don't know what to tell you. I feel joy. Like I feel joy. I'm not faking it. So yeah, trusting God would be the
Hardest, but so worth it.
yes, definitely the hard. Give time to yourself, Lord.
It's a process. Very long process, but yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. This question is, do you believe in giving people second chances? Have you given someone a chance? Do you think it's...
Well, I believe in giving even more than second chances, but it just like okay, I believe in forgiving because even if the person did nothing to deserve your forgiveness, well, for not forgiveness is just gonna drain you out. It's gonna like mess you up. But in second chances, yeah, I've given some people second chances. I've given some people 100 second chances.
I wonder who... Oh, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely believe in giving people second chances. It's just you have to be wise, you know, not to make the same mistake. Because how they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing but expecting a different result. So if you're giving somebody a second chance, you know, you have to be sure that something that is the right thing to do, because sometimes you know that can. Forgiveness is always, but if the person doesn't want the second chance, if the person wants the second chance, I do believe that everybody deserves a second chance. Even a third, maybe, even a fifth.
So sorry. So I actually want to plug this with a question I have. I'm not right. So when do you think it is us as Christians for us to like leave the marriage, for us to be like, okay, that's enough, like you can't. I know it says
I think the only, because even in the Bible, even if it allows you to leave your husband or your wife, and in case of adultery, you know, with one cheated on another, but they said like if you can't forgive and stay, you know, you should forgive and stay. I think the only way, like for me personally, I would is when you don't feel safe in your marriage. Like for example, like if your husband's just spiritually struggling, and you might be spiritually struggling too, but you can get spiritual help. You can help your husband, and then God will use your marriage in great ways that you would never even think. But I would say the only way is something that if your husband, for example, is being extremely abusive and even like you've already where you don't feel safe. I'm still not for divorces. I still not sure what reason is good enough to divorce. But like to leave your husband, to separate from your husband, to like pray for your husband away from the violence, where you are safe, where your kids are safe if you have kids. I would say that would be the end point. Like for example, when it comes to divorces, and about adultery. See, like I don't know what I would do if my husband cheated on me. I know I would forgive him 100%. I would forgive him, but I don't know if I'd be able to live with him, knowing he was with someone else. Just I guess like in the thought, like if he comes, like if he'll come to kiss me, and me knowing that he was doing, like it's just that mind. Like I know I will not be mad at him. I know I'll be able to forgive him. But yeah, so I see why Paul wrote that, like that you can't leave for that reason. But yeah, I would say, the reason to leave besides that, if you don't feel safe in your marriage, then yeah, then probably.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I feel like a lot of people are are struggling with marriage right now, so like that's definitely something, big topic. I feel like that is not talked. That should be.
Yeah, but like when my marriage was struggling, it was telling me like once I came to God, just I don't know, things just kind of fell into place, and I was always happy, you know, and my husband never understood why I was happy, and I don't know, nothing could get to me. I was able to sleep peacefully at night. I was able to do things, raise kids. So if the marriage in general is struggling, if you come to God, there is nothing you can't fix. But yes, if you don't feel safe in the situation, there's nothing you can do about the abuse. If you are in it, like you have to leave, because if it started and there's nothing you can do about it, it's not gonna stop. So
yeah, that's so awesome. I love that. I want to close the video with the last question I wrote, which was what life experience has most shaped who you are?
getting married.
No, same, but
yeah, getting married has taught me so many things. It's taught me to love the unlovable. It has taught me to look at people and not judge them by the mistakes they make. It has taught me to, like I said, like earlier, that those 3 ladies that taught me that my mistakes don't define me. So he also taught me how to see others and not define them by maybe the lifestyle they're living in right now, or maybe the mistakes they're making. You kind of see others through the eyes of Christ, because that's the only way I could have went through my marriage is to looking at certain things through the eyes of Christ.
Amen. That's beautiful. So I just want to thank each and every one of you guys so much for subscribing from the giveaway that I posted in last video. I got like 300 views. That was crazy. The most views I ever got, and the most subscribers and likes and everything. I love you guys. Like I said, in the next coming up videos, in the future there will be lots more giveaways. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. I love this lady here. She inspires me. She's an amazing mama of 6 almost. And like I said, all the information will be linked down in the bio. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.